So there should be timestamps, but more importantly, I just wanted to say that, yeah, a lot of my recordings exploded, and that's all I can really say. Otherwise, as we start this off here, again, we're just going to go on to, well, Nymelle as our next Nefia here, and I'm going to show you why it's, I haven't doubled my stats yet, basically. If you didn't already see, then just basically know I am severely lacking in probably most likely also gear, but as we continue on here, and I need to actually get out of this quote-unquote ambush, yeah, we'll at least try to grab loot from Nymelle here. It should be, that should be more than good enough for my, for just, you know, at least getting something out of this dungeon dive. Now that being said, I have reached the bottom floor, but obviously the issue I'm running into is, well, the very, quote-unquote, not the very bottom, but basically the boss. Yeah, basically, we could just say that. Basically the boss, so I can pop in just to see, but I promise you that it's not going to end well for me. That being said, yes, I have not, as I run into a kamikaze yeek, I have not, oh my god, that completely bamboozled me for a moment. Gear, and I have not done something else. I got bamboozled by the explosion in my face, but that is a pretty heavy thing. I'm just trying to I'm trying to do something else, and I really shouldn't. I should just really do what I think would work. I was about to say, but doubling my stats always helps out as well. But again, at this point, I really should just use better gear. Just to go over it at the moment. Yeah, it's not the greatest. It's not the greatest. Let me repeat again, it's not the greatest. Same can be said for the for Gisnert here. I think I can check. Or yeah, I can just go over through here. I did end up giving her the better gear that dropped, quote unquote better gear, as I look at a wooden robe and cotton stuff. But it would be really easy to upgrade. I was just trying to double my stats, because if nothing else, I do just kind of leave Elin on while I actually do work. So it's a lot more convenient to at least kind of grind through the game when I'm not, you know, focused on the game, as odd as that sounds. That does mean, though, if I'm not doing any homework here and there, it does, and I do end up, well, not strengthening myself as needed, like either upgrading my gear, eating better food, obviously, as well, and other stuff I'm not thinking of at the moment, because I'm just trying to focus on surviving. So, also to know, if I didn't already say it, this character is supposed to be a gunner, and here I am using a bow and arrow, but yes, and I have been to Aquatil, is that how you pronounce it? Yeah. Basically, I could tip the scales in my favor a lot more during the grind as well, but just outside of the grind and basically setting the character up. So, I am adding difficulty to my for myself for pretty much no reason. Well, there is a reason. Quote-unquote immersiveness / role-playing, but here, on the other hand, yeah, I mean, I could be doing things a lot better. Also, I always, for a long time, I didn't notice this little mini-map on the down left. I don't know if you can see my mouse cursor, but yeah. It would be kind of helpful to use the mini-map when I seemingly flail around at times. That smacking there could have been bad, but again, if nothing else, we're in here for the loot, and then we'll get out if we can't do anything else. Otherwise, the only other thing to mention is that, yes, while I should be just trying to level all my non-combat skills, level up all my non-combat skills, or get feats that actually help out more as I get exhausted here for a moment. I think it should be fine. No, it won't be. But just to pop into the stairway. Oh, wow, we have a bit to go. So, does that hurt me, by the way? I'm pretty sure that does remove energy. As Gisnert gets slapped here. Can I rest here, by the way? Let's find out. Question mark? Yeah. We'll go to sleep here. Hopefully nothing bad should happen to us. But otherwise, I do need to make things work. If you know, not if you didn't notice, but in the last episode, I think it was sometime in the winter. Now we're in kind of the spring now, so it would be prudent for me to really get powered up before I have to really worry about more ether disease. Period, that's the end of the sentence. But really, just trying to go faster, quote unquote. And I know you can stop the crystal growth at your base and basically play at your own pace, but there's only so much grinding that I should be doing before I just get a move on. Also, this is an evolved flower, but we should be fine here, yeah. But again, the problem for me primarily is, yeah, completing this part of Nymelle here. period, just completing this part of Nymelle. If I can find the bottom, find the staircase leading downward, which is not in this top left. Again, I've recently been using the minimap more because I just noticed it at this point, so it is my fault that I have not been navigating the nicest way. But aside from that, it's been pretty smooth scaling now that I'm kind of getting more comfortable with the systems of Elin. And even then, I'm still not using everything that is at my disposal. And definitely so, because again, I am not employing certain strats in general. So, yeah. We're burdened, but that's fine for the moment, because we're just trying to go around and loot. And it won't provide... Well, actually, it might, if I'm in a long fight, which would include the boss here, but... I figure it's not going to be so bad for the moment, so I guess we find out. Because if nothing else, I know that I'm not going to be able to reliably... if I can even defeat the boss, I'm not going to be able to do much damage anyway, so... Just to showcase basically where I'm at since the last recording, if nothing else. But really, yeah, it's not going to be good. So, if I can find the staircase, probably top right then, northeast of the map. So we go over this way. We are tired, doesn't really matter because we're just going to try to move on. I mean, it does matter. It does debuff your speed really quickly, if nothing else. Normally my speed would be at 115 because I took a lot of speed feats. I can show you that really quickly as well. But I know there was a comment that said something along the lines of it shouldn't really matter because you'll grab every feat anyway. I guess the real consideration is whether or not grabbing your first few early feats, or just first half a dozen or dozen feats matters in terms of early game progression. But again, so here it is. We'll just shoot these enemies and kind of show you where I'm at. So as you can see, not even a single budge. Although I will pray to the god for extra longevity. Gisnerth might fall here. Also, I do have potions to throw, but again, if I'm not even dealing enough damage, not really a point. So, we're just gonna exit this. Nefia here then, and move on because we are not able to defeat anything reliably. We also need a bandage. One piece of advice was also to grab basically a was to instead in this case use a party member that can heal. But I mean, if we can't tank the damage anyway, because I'm pretty sure any party member I might take with me that could heal will not be able to withstand or out-heal what's happening. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but again, I am still learning my learning phase. So as we try to walk our way out here, should be able to do so without worrying too much. We are hungry. We'll eat here, and move on. That had no dexterity because I'm trying to eat dexterity food, but I'll take anything at this point. And even if it was one small food shouldn't matter. But again, this is what I mean by I don't know the most about Elin still, and boy is there a lot to learn. So yeah, as I return here, and we pretty much might as well just get back Gisnerth, then yeah, not really much else to say. So if you have anything to say, any comments, questions, concerns, you know what to do. But otherwise, as we sit here with an auto dump for a moment, yeah, I'll continue playing Elin on my own time. Just really quickly to end out the video as well, I was supposed to have released other recordings, but because, again, recordings exploded, yeah, that didn't happen. So I'm basically trying to make up for all the work I've lost. But yeah, without further ado, not really much else to talk about. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!